NC State will kick off, and that'll get things underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Rides the back and leaves it. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there, forced the TFL.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. The give out of the gun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come out with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Feels as if the whole city of Raleigh is trying to help out the pack on 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Mahan. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. The Blue Devils will try to pin them back with the punt. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Going with the ground game left. Makes it past the marker. Breaks into the open. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Grab in the backfield. It's Payne. Touchdown, Wolfpack. Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
I think a trait of a running back that you really look for is a guy that can bust tackles. Man, a guy that can make something out of nothing when it's not there. And just a really good job breaking the tackle, continuing to keep the play alive, and never quit.
And the Blue Devils with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. To the air, it's Mahan. Makes the grab over the middle. And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the first down.
Well, I love the job in coverage there. Sure, the guy made the catch, but right away the defender able to bring him down. No possibility of yak on that play.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Toss sweep to the right. Got the first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice game.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Got him downfield. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
One of the nice things about RPOs is that it's a slow-developing mesh between the QB and running back, and that allows these receivers time to get vertically downfield and work their routes. You saw it right there on that play.
From the gun, give on the inside. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Well, the offense didn't have the result they wanted on that first drive, having to punt, but they're having a lot more success here on the second drive. They're having some balance, and they're getting a rhythm. I think a big part of that is their ability to run the football. Very, very important to them, and doing a nice job on that last play, picking up the first down.
The Blue Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Give to the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Motion from the wideout. Quick release by the QB. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
The Wolfpack faithful screaming at the top of their lungs, desperate for a third down stop. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. And he kept that one just straight enough to graze inside the left upright. That'll bring him to within 4.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Off to a good start here, and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Pocket breaking down. Quarterback strolling away from heat. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
NC State has work to do to convert this 3rd down. To throw, it's Van Buren. Makes the grab. He stopped at the 23 and still a ways to go to pick up the first down. They bring the punter onto the field now.
Number 96 in punt formation to kick it away.
Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. Offense heads back out onto the field. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, the inside give. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Looking downfield, it's Mahan. Got his man on the right. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. And they'll stop him about 5. Short of the first. And the Blue Devils will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. They punt it away on 4th down. Return man saw daylight the instant the ball touched his hands, and he darted to it and took it to the house.
And Reese, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you got to take it, make a miss, try to find spaces and creases that aren't there. Great job making a huge play. Special teams and punt returns coming up big.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. They might be feeling a little heat here as they've fallen into a 14-3 hole early. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to pass. It's Mahan. Snags it over the middle. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Feels as if the whole city of Raleigh is trying to help out the Pack on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
The Blue Devils send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Well, they put their defense in a tough spot as that is marked down at the 35-yard line. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. The give on the option. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Here's the handoff. Trying to pound their way forward. He picks up a couple to the 31.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Back to throw. It's Van Buren. Got his man downfield. How about these 2 running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. So 1st down here as they go back to work. Looking for a gap. It's Maddox. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Man, did you see the D tackle just slice through the offensive line? That's how you get penetration. That's how you dial up the tackle for loss.
The Wolfpack put themselves in a hole here on 2nd down. They'll move the wide receiver. Back to pass on 2nd down. Takes a hit as he fires. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
QBs have to understand, when I'm throwing against zones, I got to manipulate guys with my eyes. I might have to look one direction to create an opening to throw that ball or zip that ball in. I got to use touch. It's really hard when all eyes are on me, and you could tell the quarterback was not. And did not make a good throw.
Great team defense on that one play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback on the keeper. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options. He's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Flowers. Fires to the middle. And the missed connection on 3rd down.
It's amazing to think just how confident this offense was coming into this game. They thought they were going to go up and down the field throwing the football in this one. That has not been the case. They have not yet scored a touchdown in this one. They just threw an incompletion on 3rd down now, looking like they may have to punt. This offense has got to find their rhythm. But you've got to wonder about their confidence at this point of the game.
They booted away. And the returner will be brought down. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. The defense made a play with that interception to set them up. Now to see if they can cash it in. Looking left. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Lost to fire on 2nd down. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
That's a throw the QB would like to have back. He just has to do a better job giving his receiver a chance to make the catch.
The Wolfpack with lots of ground to cover on 3rd down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. NC State has work to do to convert this 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Bailey. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Going to take a shot on 2nd and short. Finds his tight end. He's out past the 35. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against the different defense.
2nd down, he'll throw it. With the catch, it's Tyler. And he's almost to that 1st down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the 1st down. The Wolfpack faithful screaming at the top of their lungs, desperate for a 3rd down stop. They'll try to power their way ahead. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front. And as a result, they lose yardage.
Less than a yard to go for a 1st down, and the offense will remain on the field. He'll sneak it and try to surge forward.
Yeah, and I think those quarterback sneaks used to be for the big, strapping quarterbacks. But, man, nowadays, dude, all you got to do is fall forward, and it's such a hard play to stop. So you see this all across all levels of football, and it's just a difficult play to stop.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. The inside handoff. Creates a little room. Brought down at the 21-yard line. A 15-yard pickup, and they are in prime position to get points now.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
They'll give it to him again. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Most offensive schemes are predicated on 1st down productivity. That will not go down as a productive 1st down play.
No, it will not, Reese. Give this defensive line credit because they were able to get penetration right off the snap and force a negative play.
And the Blue Devils with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Trying to get the corner. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
And you don't always see tosses into the boundary. Most people want to go to the wide side of the field. Defense was ready. Not as much space when you go wide out there, but more importantly, defense doing a great job winning, setting the edge, running to the football, shutting the toss down.
9th play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Flowers. Got a man. It's Tyler. So he was forced to just take what the defense gave him, and they were able to stop him short of the 1st down.
And when you're a defense and you get 3rd and long and you know exactly where those sticks are, you set your feet at them, they throw it underneath, I go...
They get through, and it's blocked. And they got it.
And they had been practicing this all week long. They saw something on film that made them think they could overload them on the right-hand side, and they were able to get back there to block that kick.
NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. He'll start this drive firing. Finds the tight end. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. New set of downs after the completion.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Back behind the chains, 1st and 15. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Running backs on either side of the quarterback. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. NC State has to come up with a big play here on 3rd down. Wide receiver comes in motion. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. That's caught. It's Pryor. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
NC State to bring the punt team onto the field.
In punt formation to kick it away.
Oh, it's a phony punt. They're going to run it with the up man. It's a seam wide open.
And so many times when you're studying the other team and their defense and what they're going to do, you know there's certain looks you're going to get into. And I think they saw one they liked, snapped it to the up back. He catches the football, gets north and south, gets the first down. Nice execution on the fake punt, baby.
NC State with a fresh set of downs thanks to that running game. To the ground with the back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Gives it on the option. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Back to pass, it's Van Buren. Grab near the marker, it's Rush. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion, move the sticks.
Flips it out on the screen. Inside the 15. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit him with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
at the 12.
I think defenses sometimes get frustrated and you want to get blitz happy and because you give up yards. In this day and age, you're going to give up yards. Who cares? This is the area you got to bow up. Nice job on first down stop.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. They'll immediately call timeout.
In that second down play, the defense, I think, was expecting pass. So you saw them come firing upfield. They use their speed. They use their athleticism. They win the one-on-ones, and they get a big-time sack.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
And he missed it. No good. After the miss, the lead still at 11.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal, miss, make. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Blue Devils will kick it away to crank up the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. North Carolina State has it back on the offense, headed to the field. They start this 3rd quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just, you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
How bold will they be on 3rd down after that last run? Dropping back, it's Van Buren. Looking for a deep man. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. Returns it down to the 47-yard line, and his defense thrives on taking the football away.
Man, it's so frustrating as a coach because you go into half and you're like, listen, this is what they've been doing. This is what we're getting. Let's go out and execute. And what do? First drive, you throw an interception, you turn the field position to the other side, create momentum immediately. This is an absolute disaster to start the second half.
give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Working that left side now. Wide open space, and he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Duke!
And if I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
They want to throw it. Floats it out in space. He's not going to make it in, and the decision to go for 2 does not work out. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. Rides the back on the option, the give. Picks up the first down, still moving. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down, and listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
To the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. NC State going up tempo. The give from the gun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. NC State comes to the line to deal with 3rd and short. Dropping back, it's Van Buren. Got the quick pass. There he goes. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. NC State on the move, set up with another first down. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. No huddle offense to the line.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
They'll run it from the gun. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
And you got to do a better job up front right there. That run was doomed from the get-go. Nowhere to go. The back gets hit as soon as he gets the football. Hard to succeed as a running back when you get the ball and you get clobbered.
The Wolfpack with lots of ground to cover on 3rd down. He'll set up to throw. Gets it to him on the screen. Looking for room at the 30. Gets it inside the 10. Out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one. No matter how many times they tell you to look for it, it is tough to defend a perfectly executed screen.
Yeah, because I'm trying to go get the quarterback, and everything looks like pass, but when you see it, when you see that screen, you got to retrace your steps, get back in the play. Nice job by the offense, but the defense just has to recognize that a little bit sooner.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Firing to the right, complete. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Looking to throw, it's Van Buren. Here's the pressure. And he runs it in for a score. Touchdown, North Carolina State.
Love the quick decision-making by the quarterback. It's not just who's the open guy and who am I throwing it to. It's also having that clock, David, in your head that says, if no one's open and I'm down near the red zone, I'm taking off now, and I'm using my athleticism, and I'm getting a score.
Yeah, you love the decision-making. I hate the defense. Why are we dropping back so far in the end zone? We got to keep eyes on this QB. We know he can take off. We know he can make plays. The field shrinks, man. You got to expect that's coming. Not very good defense.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they can go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that dude. They score here. We're in for a ball game.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. The RPO, fire complete to the left. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the running back looking for room.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The give to the back. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
A lot of times it's hard to see those linebackers coming down late and blitzing through a gap. The offense did a really nice job getting a hat on a hat, blocking up front so the running back can get some positive yards.
It'll be a run on 3rd and short. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
3rd and inches, everybody knows what's coming, but it's so dang hard to stop it. You better get penetration with that defensive line. They didn't do a good enough job. Running back falls forward and does his job.
And the Blue Devils are on the move. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The Blue Devils will hustle to the line. They'll leave it with him. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those 3rd downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
Pulls and fires complete. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
When this offense wants to, boy, they can go fast. After the completion and first down, right back to the line of scrimmage for more tempo.
To the air, it's Flowers. Still looking, on the move. He was able to squirt free and pick up just a few on that one.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped a gain of 3.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Feels as if the whole city of Raleigh is trying to help out the pack on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got the tight end. That'll be enough for a 1st down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. And the Blue Devils come to the line with a new set of downs. Pulls and fires complete to the right. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make a miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll try to get the edge on the left. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's in for the touchdown, but hang on just a second. There is a flag on the field. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking downfield, it's Flowers. Grabbed over the middle, it's Denson. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. We've reached the end of the quarter, and NC State has the edge. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. And now on 3rd down, they've sent the field goal unit out. Might want to muster up that protection. They had one blocked earlier. It is perfect. The lead is now back down to 9. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. Colorado is going to enjoy the trip back to Boulder after a rock-solid performance. And you take care of business on the road, and you stack wins there at Folsom Field, and suddenly it's quite the resume. Each week in college football, the tests are just so tough, and we found that out again today, guys, with another ranked team going down.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Man, what a drive last time. Ball is loose. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. He managed to... yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And this is one of those where you go, oof. You start to breathe a little deeper on the sidelines. You felt really, really comfortable having the big lead to +2 possessions in the 4th quarter. But now you gave the ball back. You put yourself in a position where you're going to have to earn it a little bit more now.
Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. From the gun, running back gets to give. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
QBs, when they see these zone coverages, man, some of them panic. Some of them throw it too quickly and can make bad decisions. I like how he waited a little bit, waited for the right window, the right opportunity. There's always going to be holes in zones. I just got to be a little bit patient.
The Wolfpack will line up to punt it away.
On to kick it away.
Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Scanning the field, it's Flowers. That's caught, it's Tyler. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The Blue Devils want to crank the tempo.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking to fire. He tries to take the top off. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? And the Blue Devils trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Motion from the back. Going to swing it on second down. This one's complete. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. The Blue Devils are on the move.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
He'll do it himself. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the first down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option, knowing where the first down marker is.
And the Blue Devils will try to punch it in on first and goal. Defense in press coverage. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. Beck's going for the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Blue Devils.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And the extra point splits the uprights. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. And these guys come out feeling some game pressure. Things have tightened up, and they punted it last time they had it. Big time play by the defense. Who's 4?
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
NC State with a lot of ground to cover after losing yardage on the last play. Looking to throw, it's Van Buren. The short hands, it's Rush. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the rush will get to him at the 25. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
He couldn't find much running room there, didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. They close the gap on their last drive. Now an opportunity to take the lead if they can score here. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
In football, you hear the term quick but don't hurt. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
And we talk to teams week after week and quarterbacks and coaches, and what do they always say, man? Quarterback's best friend is a tight end. Well, that play right there, he wasn't his best friend. You don't see a lot of drops from him, but, man, he had an opportunity to catch that one.
Stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Wants to throw. It's Flowers. Scrambling away. Trying to make magic with his feet. Kept it, and he's past the marker. Crosses the 30. He's got away. Touchdown, Duke. They move on top here in the 4th.
And this offense punctuates another drive. And how about the momentum? Palmer, they've got it all. The offense, the defense, playing together. They're on fire right now.
Yeah, I'm really impressed, David, with the resilience of this offense, because not everything was going their way earlier in this game, but they kept their head down. They kept chopping wood. They found a rhythm. And in this 4th quarter, David, they've been unstoppable.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. NC State quick to the line.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
To the air on 2nd down. Got his hand down the middle. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a 1st down.
And I love the quarterback's accuracy here. Hit him in stride, man. Hit him where he can catch the football and continue to run and do more damage after the catch like he did right there.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. To the air, it's Van Buren. Gets it out quickly. He's out of bounds, and they'll say he got it to the 45. North Carolina State defining efficiency on this drive. The give to the tailback. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. The Wolfpack put themselves in a hole here on 2nd down. Handoff from the shotgun. And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. Back to throw, it's Van Buren. And that 3rd down pass had some serious juice, but they couldn't hook up.
And if you're the defense right now, you've given up some yards on this drive, but you've got a possession lead. You just need one more stop after that last incompletion setting up 4th down. Do you blitz? Do you try to speed up the QB? Let's find out and watch.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains. A fresh set of downs after that 4th down conversion, but still the up-tempo as they get to the line quickly. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Wolfpack will have 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Sets up the screen. Finding open areas. Oh, he's got some space. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Looking for space. It's Maddox. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. After losing yardage, it's 2nd and 12. Back to pass. Got enough space. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one.
You know, I think in this situation of the game, too, if I'm this guy, I'm thinking the same thing, right? I'm throwing and getting yards, and if it's not there, I'm going to take this game over myself with my legs. We're in the 4th quarter. We've got an opportunity, 1 possession down, to get back in this thing. I just got to do whatever I got to do to make that happen.
They'll send the back in motion. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Hey, this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
Got stopped on 1st down. They'll try it again from the 2. They'll run the option. Touchdown, Wolfpack! And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
Well, and the offense shows you what they're made of. They're scoring the touchdown. They take the lead with only seconds to go, and now it's on the defense to ice this thing when they take the field.
Up by 1, they're going to try to get the deuce here and make it a field goal lead. Back to pass, it's Van Buren. Into the end zone, the 2-point conversion is good, and now they're up by a field goal. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Starts from their own 25-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Lets it fly. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Got to move quickly here. They need to get it to field goal range. Wants to throw and not much time to work with. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. To the air. It's Flowers. Under fire. Almost intercepted, and that might have been the ball game if he had held on. Instead, it's 4th down.
And it's now or never. It's do or die for this offense. 4th down, late in the game, trailing. They absolutely have to connect and move the chains right here. This thing's over.
It's a 1-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. Pressure coming. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
Nice job by this defense in a clutch moment. You knew they were going to throw the football. Fourth down, great coverage, break on the football, force the incompletion, and more importantly, you get the ball back to your offense with a chance to just run this clock and get out of here with a win.
Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming.
You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course, and when you win, is that sweet.
It's glorious. To be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media, it's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but it's something that every year you have a couple games starred. This was one of them, Jesse. They took care of business, and now you move on to the next.
They really did, and we saw some great individual efforts in this game by the winning team, too. So cool to see some of these players that have had terrific collegiate careers make some of the biggest plays of their lives in this game.